Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today. Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. Hey, welcome to the show. I see we're getting a full house.
Nice to see everyone.
Nice to see everybody on this Sunday afternoon. And remember, if you cannot stay for your question, if you think you're going to be away, write it out so we can still do your reading. Otherwise, we got to pass you by.
Right, we'll have to put you at the end of the line.
Sundays are a very busy day. This is just a reminder for everybody. All right. So I'm using the Season of the Witch Beltane Oracle again because it's not Beltane yet, but it's getting closer. I also have a couple of beautiful Oracle decks I'll be using today. The Mystical Journey Oracle, which I used last Thursday, and the Human Spirit Oracle, which is brand new too. Birthday gifts. Well, Mr. O, let's pick a card for the collective, shall we? Well, they all look the same.
I know, but I want it to be dramatic.
Okay. That you are.
Indeed.
The Maiden?
The Maiden.
Well, how Beltane-y.
It's the one from the cover.
Yes.
Right?
What number is that? Is it 1?
22.
22. Double twos.
Double twos.
All right. And here we are. Demand what is yours and take back what was taken. Reclaim until you've gathered all of you. Well, that's an interesting one. Let's take back the power of the maiden. In many ancient cultures, maidens were considered to be divine manifestations on earth. Many oracles were left sexually pure, but were also considered to be powerful beings who have direct channels to the gods. I think he wants a lot. Oh, okay. Direct channels to the gods. Over the years, maidens have been reduced to being people who need to be saved or supported by stronger, more masculine beings. But we say a maiden is someone who is on the cusp of embracing her freedom and is ready to enter the world as a sacred being she is. Perhaps you are afraid of how powerful you truly are. You can feel it in your bones, but worry it will spin out of control. Or maybe you were taught to reduce your powers so as not to scare others away. There are many prisons placed on wild women by those who are afraid to embrace the strength of a woman unleashed. But to reduce the strength within you is to dampen your soul's purpose in this lifetime. Within this force lies all you need to make your dreams a reality. Sometimes we hold back our power, hold back, whether you're a man or a woman, hold back our strength. We don't want to come on too strong, even, men sometimes. And so we dampen our light this way, We really need to be true to our authentic selves and who we are. It can be particularly hard for women sometimes who have to battle between, am I being aggressive enough? Am I being a man enough to make it today? And why can't they be themselves? They are fierce, strong warriors on their own. We don't need this subterfuge. We don't need to act like a man, to get ahead. And so, there I go, pontificating. But anyway, okay. Don't let people dampen your power and who you are. Do you have anything to add to that?
Oh, no, ma'am.
Maiden power.
All right. And I see Mr. Maurice and Angel have joined us. Angel Rivera.
Hey, Angel.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Mr. M. We got the 2 angels today. All right. Okay.
We are not so sure if Sonny will join us. He seems to be napping
He's
upstairs.
in the upstairs area again. I don't know why. There's just literally no sunlight today. My gosh, some of the clouds were so dark for a while there. It looked like winter. I mean, really dark gray clouds, like winter clouds. All right. We're on Libra, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, do you have any new decks you're throwing at us today?
No,
I have a
nothing
ton here.
nothing I haven't used before.
It's like I said, I've got the Mystical Journey Oracle. I have the Human Spirit. I've also brought out the very fun Cat Tarot. And they're all either historical or, I don't know, cultural figures and icons, like from movies and different things too. So maybe everybody can have fun trying to guess the image on the card. Just in case I don't know, I have the booklet here just to help us out with that. And then that's a gift from my son, and a gift from Mr. O to me is this lovely Pastoral Tarot, which it came in a big, huge box, which I have down here. I don't even know if you can show it under there. It's so big. But it came with a very nice little pouch, too, for the cards. And they're landscape cards, so I gotta watch how I read them.
Can you show one?
Oh, we can show one, sure. And show the back of the card, too. How does it look on there?
And that's the Eight of Swords.
Not bad, not bad. Eight of Swords, just stuck in the barbed wire. How profound. I like this deck. I think it'll be fun to use it. And the artist on this deck is Lisa Hunt, after all, so it's pretty quality artwork. Okay, let's move on to Libra. Right. Libra, you are up.
And I believe Libra asked what was coming towards them.
All right. Your deck or mine?
I have a deck here.
Go ahead.
All right, I just wanted to make sure what's coming towards them. All right, so I'm going to use my Dark Tarot by Royal. It's a new edition of a previous Dark Tarot by this artist.
Okay.
Oh, we have the tiles?
We do.
All right, just wanted to make sure.
I'm on them.
And, all right, so our first cards, it's the reversed King of Cups, reverse Palooza, reverse Four Pentacles, and then the upright Temperance, which is pretty. What do you got? The Anchor from Lenormand and the Mountain.
So it's the reverse King of Cups, the reversed, what is that?
Four
of Wands?
Pentacles.
Four Pentacles. Okay. Well, maybe having to, I don't know, Libra, what's coming towards you is maybe having to go through some, how should I say this, purging of things, or maybe having to spend money you did not plan on. May make you a little bit unhappy, you know. It may be you're balking at it, something you need to do. You did say that's a Four of Pentacles, right?
No, I said it was Cups.
Oh,
wait, I thought you were talking about the first card, the King. Sorry, okay. I thought you started at the beginning.
King of Cups, right?
Yes.
Four of Pentacles.
Right.
Okay, that's what I was putting together. The King of Cups with the Four of Pentacles.
Okay, thank you.
So, because you're unhappy, right? King of Cups.
I'm unhappy.
It's almost as if, you know, you want to throw a fit about it almost, you know, that you're just not feeling emotion. Maybe you want to hold on to things, or you just don't have the money right now to put into something you really need to. And what's that last card? Because now you made me forget.
Temperance.
Temperance. Remain calm. That's what I want to say. Remain calm. You know, this is just something that maybe you're just going to have to do, something you're just going to have to take care of. And so just try to calm down, because ultimately, where is my magic wand? Ultimately, you know, these things, or the fact of, even the spending of money, whatever this is about here, it's creating obstacles to your ultimate security, or comfort. You need to do this. You need to make this change or shift, to let something go. Maybe it's not material. Maybe it's something else in your life. Maybe it's emotional. But you have to, because it's an obstacle to your security.
I think what's coming towards you, Libra, is the realization, maybe it's not an epiphany, but maybe it's just something that kind of settles in on you, that, of course, you need to find some balanced perspectives in your life, especially in terms of your finances. You probably need to work with a better budget or a better sense of how you can flow your money, how you can not give too much away for what you need to. Some of this is dawning to you. Maybe that's the King of Cups. You may feel that, most of the advice you've received about this is mostly not been worthwhile to you. So that's what I think the realization is that really you're probably better off coming up with your own advice or looking into yourself for your advice. Because I think with this realization is the idea that you are kind of stuck for the moment in this pattern here where there's a certain level of struggle here. And so it's not with extreme upsets or conflicts, but it is a sense that you're going to have to kind of weather some of this for a while, and mostly that's going to just be a balancing act for you. But I think Spirit is saying, or whatever is saying, that although it's not going to be super grim, it's not going to be super easy. You're going to kind of weather it.
Depending on the tone of some of these cards today, I'm apt to say, especially in this case, Libra, that I kind of feel that this might be a theme for you through this Mercury retrograde, This might be just something that you're dealing with during this period of time, and
That's
maybe things will start to smooth out. But it seems like it's going, I don't know, I'm just feeling that it's going to affect your financial sector a little bit here. And like Mr. O said, you're just going to have to come up with a plan, and weather this. I like that.
So
that's what we have for you, Libra. Good luck with that. Hey, I think it's Moonlight. Hey, Moonlight.
Hey, Moonlight.
You.
I get those Lenormands.
Okay. Well, what the heck? Let's try the Prairie Tarot, the Pastoral Tarot, I should say.
The Prairie.
It's not a very diversity-oriented deck, but the one thing I think was the selling point for me, that it's really about the spirit of place, and it's speaking of country life, and it's not something generally we see, reflected quite this way in the tarot, but it's mostly spirit of place, and that's why they're in landscape, they're sideways cards, because they wanted to give you a nice broad view of landscapes of farm life, country life. It's really kind of nice. I like it.
So Moonlight has asked, what shall they focus on this week?
Okay. And Jagdeep, I did see you come in. Hi there.
Hi, Jagdeep.
Garlic and herb mac and cheese. Wow, that does sound good.
Ooh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, Ariana, that sounds wonderful.
Well, hey, let's start with something nice here. It's the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is upright, Moonlight. Woohoo for that. And we've got the Six of Pentacles upright. They're all upright. Holy moly. And unlike the last Libra's reading, we got the Four of Pentacles again, but this is upright.
Bam.
Wow. Can you fit them all in there?
I know, it's a little challenging. But, so those are nice cards. So naturally, Lenormand gives us something a little more challenging.
Okay.
We get a mountain.
Came up again.
Yeah, I know. And we get the fox. So I don't know how that will alter that.
Well, it does and it doesn't. There's some good and bad related to perhaps your livelihood here. Moonlight. it does indicate that, you have something to celebrate. You're putting some kind of foundation in place for yourself. The Four of Wands is kind of a party and a celebratory card. And that's the Six of Pentacles, right?
Yes.
It seems as though, there's a nice financial material flow right now, or will be, right? Is this what's coming towards? Is that right? Yeah. What should you focus
what
on?
you should focus
Well,
on.
what you should focus on is keeping this good thing going, making sure, everything is flowing financially the way it should be, that you're monitoring your spending so that you keep everything in line. The Four of Pentacles here indicates too that, this is a time to just ensure that, you're taking care of the things or the people that you value. And, with the fox and the mountains here, it does indicate a little bit of struggle with employment or work, that maybe, you feel like you've got some obstacles, whatever the case may be.
Well, I'm looking at that and I'm wondering actually if maybe some cleverness will help you with some obstacles. The fox influencing that. It's a possible interpretation too. And of course, I'm looking at the two fours as being very much foundations, something that's structured and building. One is truly in, the area of, I guess, your hopes and dreams, your aspirations, the energy of the wands. But the Four of Pentacles is more basic, and it may be saying, you're understanding where you need to kind of hold on to resources for this deployment. And then with the Six of Pentacles too, it's saying like you understand you are moving towards this investment. So maybe this is saying focusing on ways to invest, and that even though some of this is hard for you currently, maybe your cleverness can kind of give you some ideas of where you can find ways to invest or focus on that.
Yeah, I like that interpretation. Sometimes the fox can mean either employment, or it can mean somebody who's very sharp and sneaky and crafty. And with the mountains there, that could very well be that you're thinking of creative solutions or creative ways of keeping, a prosperous or an even balanced, cycle of finances going, for yourself. And really, the foundations are being laid. Things are falling into place now where you will feel that shortly. I think it's a very positive sign for your resources overall, and maybe career, maybe career. There might be a few burbles in the road if that does apply to career. But looking at the positivity of all the cards, I really can't see it's going to be anything really major.
Yeah, it's a very positive outlook. So it almost feels like if you just focus on the things you normally would, something's going to, end up being constructive for you.
Hi, Marcia.
All right, so that's what we had.
Wow, awesome. And job interview coming up. All right. Oh, you live near the mountains. Cool. I love this deck. I think I'm going to really like using it.
Good luck.
I just got to remember how to, how they lay. All right, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. We are on Pagati. We're just going to keep these readings rolling.
All right. And Pragati, did they leave a question? I don't remember.
It's a nice serene deck, it's I love the color, the softer colors, the sketching kind of on it, and just some of the imagery, it's very reminiscent of, well done, of farm and country life.
Pragati asks, what should they focus on to overcome all the obstacles in their life?
Okay.
Yes, thank you. And I'm going to use the Karma Music Tarot for that.
Okay. Well, they're nice and big. Maybe I can hope to see the...
it's funny that you mention that because, of course, my left wrist is kind of sore. It feels
you today?
For the last day or so, it feels like there's a little bit of a mini sprain or tendon pull there. I don't know what it is.
Well, I've been using this new knee stretcher exercise our trainer taught us, and I'm really
like it, eh?
noticing an improvement already. I like this. I'm going to do it every single day. I vow. I found out I could do it at home, emulate what he was having me do by using my, the stairs, actually. So it's working out really
It's
well.
just a lunge to the left.
Kind of.
And then a lunge to the right.
Not exactly, but it's sort of a lunge move in a way, but you're using a step to elevate one of your legs and then you're lunging towards it, I guess would be the best way to describe it.
Oh, why did I give them to you? It was supposed to be just
Yeah, I
me.
don't understand either.
I am
I'm
so
supposed to do the
sorry.
Lenormand.
Give them back to me so I can remove the taint
The taint.
of your
Maybe I was
shuffling.
meant to put my energy into them. Now you've messed it up. There you go.
You only made me drop one. Ugh.
Well, I gotta tell you a sad fact. I didn't follow my dream. Oh man, I'm so upset at myself. You know, I've always said if you dream of a number, you need to play it for 3 days, but I don't play 3-digit numbers anymore. And I dreamt just at the very end when I woke up, 307 was in my head. And it wasn't the time on the clock either. And so I didn't play it. The next day, it didn't come out. The next day, I was thinking to myself as I was driving somewhere, I wonder if it'll come out as a 4-way number. And I didn't play it, and it came out 7030 that day. I would have had at least almost $200. Oh, well.
That's right, Kara.
Anyway, as a lesson,
You're welcome,
not to
Pagani.
ignore my dream
Okay,
numbers.
Pagani, your first card is the 8 of Wands. And it's upright. Then we have the reversed Hanged Man. And then we have the upright 4 of Swords. So this is kind of a mixed bag of sorts here. What do you got?
Well, not sure what I make of this.
There's the cross. I should move that up. And the ring.
Okay,
Oops.
so basically, to overcome all the obstacles in your life, is this some tough talk here by the cards, Pagani? I think, wow, it is a definite mixed bag of stuff. The 8 of Wands, okay, it's the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands indicates you're just going to have to apply more energy, more motivation, more determination into turning things around, you know? And I feel here that if you feel stuck, you know, sometimes we may create obstacles in our lives or put those barriers in front of us. But whatever the case may be, whatever is making you feel stuck has to be removed for you to move forward. And the 4 of Swords is here. You know, usually the 4 of Swords is about healing, taking a retreat, repose. You need to recoup your strength. And I don't know, when I'm looking at the cards we have here and in relation to your question, I'm wondering if it basically means that you need to, you need to recover your sense, your sense of will, your sense of determination. You need to start recovering your energy and where you're applying it. Maybe you're just not applying it in the right way. I'm looking at the ring and the cross too, and it's an odd combination, Pagani. It's almost as if you need to commit to some things that have been causing you some long-term grief or despair. Is it depression? Is there some issue with depression or sorrow that you need to work on? Because you need to clear that out. You need to change your attitude. Maybe if something isn't working for you in your life that is causing this long-term stress or grief, you need to find a way to change it.
Okay, well, you gave us a little clarification. A lot of this is about you trying to focus against the obstacles and getting a job, finding the right job, perhaps.
I figured that.
And so what I find here that's interesting, I think Banshee started to touch on it, is there's a real push-pull between these two qualities. This one says you need to be more precision, like and move with more energy or, focus. This one is saying maybe this is a timeout period here. So it's kind of interesting. You got that push-pull effect. What's in the middle? The idea that maybe you're not able to understand or see where your changes should be, or maybe you're sort of blinding yourself to the reality of some changes. So maybe you're feeling like if you focus too much, but then maybe it creates the opposite effect of needing to wind down too, because you're avoiding something else maybe. And maybe
go ahead.
Maybe what that is there is some negative feeling, perhaps it is about it might be esteem, it might just be where you see your skills or qualities, finding yourself working into, a career or a job.
The hangman can also, a lot of people look at the hangman even when reversed, that instead of coming down from the tree, they're kind of stuck. They're kind of stuck there. And so I kind of thought that hanged man fell in line with that Four of Swords in a way.
Sure.
And so I almost feel there's something reinforced here. There's definitely some blocks. And I don't know if it's, in your chosen field, where you're trying to get a job, that maybe you either, number one, have to aim lower, or number two, redirect your skills into some other area. You might be spinning your wheels here if this isn't working for you, and you're being so focused on just getting a job in a particular area. That might also be playing into this, maybe?
Well, I'm wondering if maybe that ring with that cross indicates that where you think you were going or where you thought you wanted to apply yourself, you're not really sure you like that, or maybe there are reasons why you've come to not like it, and yet you feel like maybe there's a certain level of investment that you don't want to give up on. So the focus should be maybe really trying to figure out what you were avoiding giving up, and really maybe trying to make that your focus, maybe moving into the area that you would rather be in.
I don't know.
No? Okay.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if you are already applying for jobs in the area you want to be in, and you're not getting anywhere, then you have to rethink it. I agree with Mr. O, but it depends on your circumstances. I just think here this has been a long-term thing, When I see that commitment with the cross, because the cross is about long-term issues, and I don't feel like it's future. I feel like it's saying here you need to commit to alleviating that. Whatever's wrong here, you've been dealing with this long enough now that obviously I think what the cards are saying is some change in approach is necessary. Otherwise, you're still going to be remaining stuck.
And that's really the balance of the hangman, whether upright or reversed, is that change is needed. And so it's really how you find yourself getting there or not.
So if the Four of Swords is about a retreat, take some time now and start thinking, what could you do differently? Where should you search for a job differently, Or, where would maybe your skills also be useful? Maybe you have to broaden your perspective more, which sometimes, is about the hanged man upright. So, that's what it looks like today, Brigatti. That's what we have for you.
Well, we might have to try looking at this again some other time.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
I wish you the best. I know you've been searching for some time. Our other friend who pops on here, Victoria, has been looking for a job for some time too. So hang in there. All right, we've got Lena. And, I have to say, at least in, here in the States, the job market's been terrible lately. I've just been reading today, so I'll have to bring it up on my next Material Matters, I guess. There's just a lot of companies that have been, filing for bankruptcy. Bed Bath & Beyond just did it finally. And others that surprised me. So, and people keep cutting jobs. So it's been happening quite a bit. All right. Well, hey, Lena, let's see what we can do for you.
Is it your deck? Right, yeah. You're welcome, Pragati.
This one.
I know it took me forever to really be happy in my career, that's for sure. And then
Love reading for the next 6 months for Lena.
love reading?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
It's got to be Mercury retrograde.
Are you picking the same things again?
I'll never tell.
I even mixed them up before I gave them to you.
I mixed them up pretty well myself.
Well, let's see what's out here. Oh, well, we start off with change. It's the death card upright. It's the 5 of Swords upright. Boy. And then the 4 of Wands reversed. You know, that's not usually a bad card. Those 2 cards are not bad cards, but that 5 kind of changes everything. What do you have, Mr. O? Dare I ask?
The Mountain, and I've pulled it. This is the third time now that we've pulled
time.
it, yeah. And it's with the Child.
Well, Lena, it's going to be a bit slow going, you know.
Yeah.
I feel here changes are necessary. You know, the next 6 months, maybe you need to change your approach, you know, in, finding love in your life or opening your heart to love in your life. The 5 of Swords here is just such a tough card. And the 4 of Wands is reversed, which means, you know, I just feel like you might have some modest success, but, you know, it may be a problem getting there. There's just a lot of, like, difficult people out there. Just be careful in these next 6 months of who you come in contact with, you know, because there's a lot of people that just want to use you or whatever. Just be mindful and be more careful in these next 6 months.
I think that's largely indicated by the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords maybe talks about an over-aggressive kind of sense of personality or situations, and it's more likely to be with,
That's a good point.
with people that are around you in the atmosphere. You yourself might feel that sense of being a little bit more aggressive or assertive, but don't play into any of that with other people necessarily, because like Banshee says, this just may be a little bit, people may be more abrasive, more interested in, subverting your will to achieve their will.
Dang it. You said something in the beginning there. I wanted to follow up on it. I forgot what you said now. But it's about that 5 of Swords, that
The atmosphere may be changing though, to some degree, and it may be that you're going to move from that to maybe something that's more peaceful, or maybe you're moving from something that's more, sociable to something that is a little more aggressive. So that could be stages of getting to know people and feeling comfortable dating them. So again, this could just be a caution saying, from the Lenormand, move with child steps, move slowly, because, you need to be able to perceive.
I hope I get to say it. Oh, I remembered. I'm sorry.
Go right ahead.
I remembered.
Push
So
you
you
in.
know what, Lena? Just be mindful of people that you run into in the next 6 months that want to move too fast and aggressively. Be careful of their motivations. They may have ulterior motives. That's when I see that 5 of Swords I'm also thinking of here. Because I sense that you could make some small progress if you make some major changes. However, I kind of put these 3 together here, Mr. O. That 4 of Wands and the Child and this.
Okay.
I feel like there's going to be some small success for you, but really, it's going to be slow going. It just seems like there are difficulties along the way. Like, in other words, you realize there are people that are out there that don't have your best interests at heart, that you're dealing with in some other kinds of things.
So change is going to be kind of like, always kind of a challenge, kind of always an uphill battle. It's not going to be an extreme uphill battle, but mostly what we're seeing here is that you need to move slowly in some regards because some people have their own agendas and they may not be really suited for you.
Yeah, be careful. I think something could come up. And if there is somebody who actually is okay for you, not one of these aggressive types, then I'm just saying let it develop slowly. That's what looks like the key is here, Get to know the people very well because some problems or difficulties may surface, So take your time with people that you may meet in the next 6 months.
Okay, so Andrea is up and asks, what does the Leo boyfriend want me to know about their relationship? So I think I will use the Secrets Tarot for that one. Not because it's a secret, but maybe because it's a secret to you. Well, that was quick. Oh,
wow.
You got the mountain again. Maybe the mountain means something for us. I don't know.
Maybe it is Mercury retrograde. Honestly, I don't know. I actually have 2 repeats, Mr. O. How does this happen?
It's beyond the law of chances.
Tiles.
It really is.
None of them have any imperfections in them, which is why I would be picking one over the other.
Okay, what does the Leo boyfriend want you to know about your relationship? Well, the 2 of Wands, which is upright, the 9 of Cups, which is reversed, and the 2 of Cups, which is upright.
Wow, 2 twos.
I know, 2 twos. The Anchor, which we did in fact have before, and the Mountain. Now this time the Mountain is influencing the Anchor. So it could be said that whatever this is about, it may be a struggle to hold on to certain factors or things here. But let's look at the cards first. So there are these 2 twos that frame the center card. And the 2 twos are actually pretty good. The 2 of Cups on the one hand talks about harmony and trust and feeling for each other in a relationship. The 2 of Wands almost makes it seem like there's plans here. There's something to grow on. There's something really, to move forward. So maybe that at the outset is what Leo wants you to know, that that there is something really strong in the relationship in terms of feeling and trust, and that this is something to grow or to direct other parts of the relationship in growth. But having said that, the 9 of Cups in the middle, well, maybe this just to me says through good times or bad times, even when maybe things are not working out as much as one would like, this person feels like they want to remain there in the relationship, no matter what happens to the plans. And to some degree with your harmony, maybe they're saying they are committed.
Well, that's an interesting thought. I kind of see what he's saying there. That 9 of Cups was kind of throwing me. I had a couple ideas on it, but I do like that one in a way. I feel like there is something to grow. What your Leo wants you to know is they really want, they want they want things to grow. They want harmony. They want happiness and joy and, love. And maybe, as Mr. O said, through thick or thin, when times are good, when times are bad, maybe they want you to accept them as they are. If there has been, whether they're successful or not, they want you to accept them for who they are. And
so they're not promising you a rose garden, maybe. I don't know.
I guess that would be it. They are who they are, and they realize that maybe this maybe sometimes they worry that maybe that Nine of Cups is there because they worry that they don't meet your expectations, you know. I think that's a possibility.
Well, they do
here.
have these ideas about building something or having other plans, and I believe they include you. But I sort of feel that the Mountain and the Anchor sort of goes more towards that card, the idea that through thick or thin, they're staying committed to the idea of the relationship.
Having the two, well, you know, and that's it too. You have the Mountains and the Anchor, which indicates to me there is a concern or worries or troubles connected with security one way or another. Or maybe it's, I usually don't associate trust with this card, but, you know, security or stability. Maybe they're worried about, you know, how to maintain stability in this relationship. There's obstacles to that. That seems to be maybe something
Come on.
that could be on their mind. And that could play into, I guess, the Nine of Cups reversed here, you know. But I think they really care about you a lot. To have that Two of Cups there, I think that's really important. And coupled with the upright Two of Wands, it just seems as though, you know, this is a relationship that could grow so long as there's ways to, you know, find some stable, solid ground that you both can stand on.
And here's our Sun Man.
So I think that's kind of where they're coming from. That's the best I could say. And Sunny has arrived. Hello, Sunny.
Hi, Sunny.
Not the same. Not the same as mine.
All right, so I guess that's what we have for you.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Hi, Karishma. We'll add you,
Karishma.
but yeah, I think we can still add you. Still early. We'll get there.
Indeed.
Hey, Ariana.
Hi, Ariana.
Why did Brendan and Din block me? Uh-oh.
You're welcome, Andre. Well, that's a lot. We'll see what we can do.
So the two blocked you?
It's going to be your deck. And here's the Lenormand.
All right.
All right.
Here.
Thank you.
Getting blocked by guys. Well, you know, I guess it's not a choice one, but we're going to do 2 and 2 because I think
Okay.
that's the only way we
They
could look
each-
at the whys.
yeah.
They may have their own separate reasons, I guess.
It's possible. Well, you know, sometimes people say that women are more emotional, but I think that men can be just as emotionally different when it comes to how they interpret information and react to it. So we're going to do 2 cards for each. 2 for Brendan, 2 for Din, looking at the ideas behind why they blocked you. And then we'll also pull 2 Lenormand for each.
Yeah, I can't even put my cards up there because
I'll do it.
tail, flailing tail. Stop it. Shh.
Okay.
Okay, card number 1 for Brendan. It's the Knight of Wands. Huh. And the Two of Pentacles.
Those are both for him, right?
Yes.
All right. And the 2 of
And
Pentacles.
then
Well, let me
cards
put the
for-
Lenormands down for them. Okay.
Go ahead.
And one is the Crossroads. And the other is the Tower. So
Din.
then for Din, it's the reversed Page of Swords. And the reversed Six of Swords.
Wow.
And their Lenormand are the Fish and the Mice. Fish and mice. Critters. They got critters.
Well, this is some interesting stuff for sure. I think in Brendan's case, God, what is that? The Knight of Wands?
The Knight of Wands and the Two of Pentacles.
The Knight of Wands just may indicate they're moving on. They may have a lot on their plate that they're juggling. They're moving on. It's interesting that we have a 2, and then we have the crossroads, you know.
And that's also a sign of maybe paths or
possibly
directions.
moving on. What's the tower? It's almost as if, I don't know, if they need some alone time or some downtime because of what's going on, or maybe they've just trying to downsize some of their socializing, whatever the case may be.
Well, could it be anything career-wise or something that would be institution-wise that maybe is pulling them away? A possibility of moving somewhere related to a job or to school or to some other situation. Are they going to join the army? You know.
Well, it seems as though they've made a choice. That's
Yeah.
what crossroads. They've
Right.
made a choice here,
Right.
and they decided for their own reasons, looking like they're moving away. They're trying to achieve some more balance or stability in their lives, and maybe, I don't know why, Ariana, they're taking it out on you. But let's take a look at the other one. Let's take a look at Din here. This is
So Din has the reversed page and
interesting
6
story
of
to
swords.
well, guess what? They just decided to cut it off.
Yeah.
They just decided to cut you off. That 6 of swords there indicates stuck, stop, dead stop. And that page of swords indicates just, either a lack of communication or an ungraceful way of communicating.
Yeah, so they ghosted you pretty much. The mice maybe indicates that somehow they found things irritating. Maybe it was something about you, but maybe it was just about the situation. So maybe, there's something else going on for them and they couldn't focus, because I'm looking at the fish there. And of course, sometimes you want to say, oh, many fish in the sea, like that could say maybe there was something else that they decided, shark-like, they wish to pursue that instead. But it could also be talking about competing interest, and maybe some of that does move towards more business things. So maybe they had opportunities and they felt they need to focus, and it gave them a good excuse to kind of cut it off. So in other words, it was sloppy, tacky way of cutting it off with you, is blaming it on other reasons.
I could potentially see other women in either of these scenarios, potentially, because the Knight of Wands indicates somebody who may be moving on to other things. Maybe they had somebody else all along and they were deciding the path they were going to take, who they were going to stick with. In the other case, it could be like Mr. O said, that there are plenty of fish in the sea. Maybe they have a lot going on right now. There's trouble right now because they've got other connections that they're dealing with.
Yeah, maybe somebody's getting smart to their philandering ways besides you. I don't know.
But I never really did chime in on those Lenormand, so I'd like to now. And I think that the mice, they indicate some trouble with, maybe, as Mr. O said, competing interests or just too much going on. There just might be too much going on in their lives right now, too. Seems like a hot mess between the both of these.
I think that, Brendan, it's more vague, but it is sort of implied that there could be another interest, but it is vague. But with Din, it may be more thematic or whatever, that it is possible there.
I disagree. I think that it could be more likely with him with the Knight of Wands somehow.
Well,
but
that is true.
On the other hand, the Tower's here. The Tower's here, and it makes me think maybe they're choosing work over pleasure. That's one thing. Or maybe they're choosing to be solitary, solo, flying for a while.
Well, good luck with all of that.
Yeah. Hope we gave you a bit to chew on there, Ariana. All right. That's what we see.
So it doesn't matter where you're going to eat out. It probably won't be with them.
Oh, no. You're so bad.
Well, sorry.
Kara is up, I
Find
believe.
better
Kara.
dinner meat. Kara's up?
Yes.
All right, Kara. Kara.
Hey,
And you're welcome.
are welcome.
Our pleasure.
Well, sometimes it's not a choice because some people, the way people are worked to death these days, or the hours that people have to put in, I don't know. It's crazy sometimes.
Okay, so I am going to use the Tarot of the Animal Lords for Kara's question, who asks, what obstacles do you need to watch out for?
Okay. Oh, Sonny, stop me from pulling the mountains. Well, you didn't pull them last time, at
That's
least.
true.
But you pulled the mice.
For once.
It's meddling mice. Oh boy, this just popped into my hand, and it's a repeat.
Okay, so there's the reversed Two of Wands,
Yeah.
the upright Eight of Wands, which is a repeat. I like that image.
Well, both are, except
No,
the Two of Wands.
no, one is reversed.
Either way.
Oh, I see. You said we've had it before.
Yeah.
Two Wands. I'm sorry. I missed that. And then the reversed Page of Wands, Knave of Wands, it's called here.
Obstacles you asked for? Well,
We got 'em.
we got them for you. All right, so here is the dog.
And the child.
Sonny, I really. Oh my God. The Two of Wands, the
Eight of Wands.
Eight of Wands again, eh? And Page of Wands. Reversed.
Yeah, so they're all wands. It's
They're all
of
wands,
Palooza.
Kara, which is interesting to me. But I think here.
Don't go starting businesses.
Well, yeah, there's some bad news here. There may be some difficulties dealing with a younger person. I feel this could be a friend. This could be somebody maybe even on social media. This could be a family member, if you maybe know who this is. I mean, you have the child and the dog together here, which means to me it could be a younger person. Or it might just be, well, that's kind of what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, it is kind of like a younger person.
And, it's hard to really put this one together. I don't know. I'm having a problem with it. Let me think about it a little more. I feel like some of the obstacles you may have is in making, setting a strategy, a plan that'll work for you, and it may deal with developing friendships. Maybe I have to look at this a little bit differently here and maybe think that it's in terms of developing friendships, that are really positive in your life. You're really motivated, I think, now to do that. But it's not easy. There's maybe with some of the people that you have been connecting with, you may have noticed, like and especially if it's on social media, let's face it, you might be noticing a lack of maturity, a lack of people who are really, that really inspire you, or make you want to get to know them better. So I think that's the obstacles here, is in connecting with people, finding people that you can trust, and, so that you could have some long-term friendships. Everybody wants and needs, friendships in their life. And I really think more than love, more than anything else, this is talking about that.
Right. I wasn't exactly sure myself where this is at in your life, but I feel like there are obstacles here with maybe there are persons who are younger than you. Maybe somebody wants you to move faster on something than you want to. Like, part of your nature is telling you that it takes you a while to achieve trust. You want to move a little slower towards trust, or with this particular person or situation, I'm wondering if it's just like it's sort of is a too good to be true opportunity, but they're trying to kind of force the issue or push it. And so the obstacle to you is learning whether or not you can feel like you trust this situation or person. Maybe you can, maybe you can't.
So whether they're younger or not, there seems
Yeah.
to be a maturity level thing here going on, I think.
Okay.
Or the fact that, it takes time to build things. And, just because you may have suffered some setbacks or you may suffer some setbacks along the way, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't continue on this path. If there are people, though, that are really rubbing you the wrong way, seem a little bit, I don't know, bullying or just not acting their age, you may want to consider, the type of people you surround yourself with. So I think that's the obstacles right now, really, Kara. That's what I see.
How you choose the people you associate with, whether it's for friends or for business or career reasons.
Oh, that's what the cards have today. Good luck with that. And I believe we're on Violet Ann, am I right? Yes. Hi, Violet Ann. Okay,
Hi,
I got
Violet Ann.
the thing is down there by you.
The thing?
Yeah.
What's the thing?
The Lenormand.
Oh. I thought it was the thing that wouldn't go home.
Anyway. How can you manifest soon? Oh, okay. Well, the first card's the Knight of Cups upright. The second card is Justice reversed. And the third card is the Queen of Swords reversed.
And then I have the cross in Lenormand. And the house.
Well, it's Mercury retrograde time. The Knight of Cups is here, and how can you manifest? I think obviously, you have to be, you will manifest through loving kindness. You will manifest through coming up with creative ways to produce the results you desire. What's that one again?
That's the justice reverse.
And how you balance things out, how you balance things out in your life, you're going to have to be careful here not to overextend yourself, I feel. Try to keep everything in balance and perspective. It's easy to fall into this, especially when things are not working for you, this idea of lack. And the Queen of Swords here wants you to not make any hasty, rash decisions without thinking things out. We often get very clouded over and allowing our worries and other things to get the better of us when things are not going our way. I'm going to stop there before I go into the other, because the other's got some news too.
Sometimes I think the Queen of Swords reversed is also a perceptual thing, whether it's how other people perceive you or how you perceive yourself, and the idea that maybe the perception of yourself as being too harsh or too restrictive in how you make choices. So you may be looking at yourself and saying, I'm too judgmental when I'm looking for somebody, and that may or may not be true, but it's at least something for you to focus on. Is that true? Is it possible that maybe you sort of come to conclusions about somebody before you've given them a fair chance?
Well, I don't know if this is about love. Is it just manifesting, or was it about love?
Well, it could be applied to that too, about manifesting love, because maybe
True.
the idea is that you don't trust yourself to really feel fair-minded about how you go about manifesting love, or how you see yourself manifesting love.
Well, I kind of like that. I wonder too if this isn't about some self criticism in a way, that maybe you're too hard on yourself, or maybe you beat yourself up over the lack of success, which to me would only, whether it's in love or whether it's in manifesting for career or money, which to me could be pretty harmful, and if you couple that with the, oh geez, I'm forgetting again.
Justice reversed.
With justice reversed, it might be causing some imbalances here, in your ability to, to manifest. You have to love yourself as well as show love to others. I think too that when Mr. O talked about the judgment or the criticism thing, I'll go with this. I would say that maybe others might see you as being a little bit more colder or aloof, and you need to break down some barriers there. Is that why things are not working out? When I see the house and the cross, I think that, there's been some long-term difficulties here for you achieving the comfort and security that you feel you deserve, There's long-term stress and long-term worries and grief. And maybe it's because this has been happening for a while for you now that, you don't want to make this... you don't want to make this your new home, you know what I mean? You don't want this kind of mindset to dominate you forever, or this type of, let's face it, what's going on in your life right now. You don't want that to get too comfortable. So it's time to do a house cleaning, so to speak, attitude-wise and otherwise, and try to bring more love back into things, more self-love, and put yourself on the track that you deserve, what you're trying to manifest here.
And so even those Lenormands maybe are about the perspective, or perception rather, of how you feel about that.
Manifest love. Okay. Whoopsie.
Right.
I missed that. I just thought it was how could I manifest. Whoops. But either way. So that's why I stopped you. You could have fixed me right there.
Well, I'll fix your wagon later, dear. However, I do feel that so much of this is really more about perceptual than reality. And so it's about, you finding a way to change your perception. And I think that's where that Knight of Cups comes in. It is saying, really, you have to keep hope alive. You have to keep thinking you are moving towards that, despite the fact that, in your heart, maybe you're a little too picky, or maybe you're too judgmental, that kind of thing. But you still got to keep hope alive.
Wow, so I'm sort of sorry I mucked that one up a little bit, but not totally. I think what I've said really rings true. I feel here you could have this, Something may come towards you, actually.
Don't cut her a break, Violet Ann.
Okay. Wand fight. No.
Men always win wand fights.
Don't hit hard.
For obvious reasons.
Oh. So anyway, the Knight of Wands Cups indicates to me that you could have love in your life. I feel like something could change here. But I do feel that, you're going to have to watch the self-talk, change the narrative, make sure too that maybe there's not some attitudes here or something about yourself that could be driving people to keep a distance. Sometimes, there's an anti-charisma that goes on. We go out there looking for love, but yet maybe others are sensing a barrier there, So really try to break that down if you can. I do feel here that this has been a long-term thing for you. I feel like maybe there's a possibility for change. Now that I'm thinking that this is relating to love, that's the one thing I see here. But I do think you're going to have to work on the kinks here, work on the imbalances, work on maybe being warmer and more receptive, in your approach to people when you're meeting them. I don't know. That's what it looks like right now. So good luck with that. And I'm not ruling it out. Did she cut me some slack? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so we are on Angel Mary, I believe. Oh, there you are. In romance and when. Well, I do have those cards with me too. Is it my deck?
No, you just used your deck.
I did. Okay. Are you shuffling?
I will. I just wanted to look him deep in the eyes. You're welcome, Lila Van.
I'm trying to shake up these tiles. Well, that's a little bit different.
I'm going to use my Tarot of the Marseille. Marseille.
Sonny likes to sniff them.
Well, they're so old, they probably have some odor. All right, so we have the reversed Four of Pentacles.
There's that 4 again.
We have the upright Knight of Coins.
4 of Coins, Knight of Coins.
And then the reversed Hermit. Well, it's possible that somebody's coming towards you who has been sort of withdrawn or sort of not exactly out there in the social field. Maybe there's somebody who hasn't been dating a whole lot. Here's the gentleman. So it's a gentleman. It's a guy, and or a dude or a person, and it's the letter. So I think. And there's the Knight of Money, so it's maybe a person who is moving steadily, sort of with a sense of process and goal-oriented. They don't want to move quickly, they just sort of want to move steadily towards their goal. That goal could be them moving towards you as in a romantic option. The kind of person there. Like I said, they may not have been either very outgoing or very involved in the dating pool. Maybe they're a younger person who hasn't dated a whole lot. Knights sometimes can be younger persons, but I wouldn't say that they're very young. You know, they might be in their later 20s, something like that. The Four of Coins could be indicating that they are not financially very well enabled, or maybe they spend their money. So maybe they're actually a person who goes through money quickly, or maybe they're hard to kind of commit to building resources or building money to save for things.
Whoa, Angel Mary, I wonder here if you're not going to meet somebody who is just let go of a relationship, you know, with the Four of Pentacles here reversed. I wonder if it's somebody who may... Please don't bend my cards.
I'm not trying to.
I'm wondering if somebody is, you know, moving on slowly from a relationship they were in, whether it's a divorce or whether it's just a breakup. You know, they've let go of something in their lives and they're moving slowly, you know, onward. I almost have the feeling here too when I see the Hermit reversed. I'm looking at this a little bit differently from Mr. O and thinking that this is situational. The Hermit is also often about getting back out into the world after a period of being away from it. So like I said, this might fit in with this Knight, you know, who was in a maybe committed relationship, now coming back out into the social scene again. And so I think you're going to meet them at a social gathering of some sort, and it could lead to an invitation from this person.
Ooh.
In other words, a date. So I almost think something's coming, but that doesn't answer when. So let's try the timing cards and see how kind they will be. Now, if it says years from now, I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. But let's see what we've got. Oh, and if you're still here, you're welcome, Violet Ann. Hoping something may be coming your way. All right, let's try to get here. Well, let's see what this says. Okay, well, I don't know. That would be, didn't we just have a new moon? So it'll be about a few weeks away. So anywhere from a few weeks from now to within 10 months from now. This one says, you're experiencing hesitation. Be clear with your desires, and the time frame is within 10 months. Well, what that might mean is, that possibly it's this person. This person has just gone through something, major here, a breakup of some sort, and they're maybe slow to get things going. With the Knight of Pentacles, things tend to move slowly.
I could kind of see that, and I do feel that that's probably the best explanation here. There's somebody that's moving from a relationship. It may take them time to fully put them into that mode. So you may start off as a friendship, and then the invitation to become closer becomes apparent.
Yeah, so I don't know if it'll really happen by the next new moon, but I would say from that point going forward, there's a possibility that this person will enter your life up to 10 months from now.
All right.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Angel Mary. You're welcome.
You are welcome. Hey, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Okay, we'll do that for you.
Alrighty.
And it would be me, right? They're down there again. Oh, let's see. Did I use... Oh, wait, I just used the owl deck. Did I just use that one? Whose deck is up?
You used...
Oh, I did use the Lenormand.
I used
never
the
mind.
Marseille.
Got it. Well, I think I'm going to go back to the Pastoral Tarot for this one. Let's see what we got.
Well, the other show was a pre-recorded show that we just kind of hang around live in the chat room. This is our real live stream for today, Title.
Yeah, Title, that's...
Oh my
gosh.
I'll find
That's
it.
my Material Matters show, and that is on... I just stay live in the chat to chat it up and add some nuance to the reading. We're doing it that way for a long time now. So we premiere the video every Sunday morning because it is for the week ahead.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, we get that too. I woke up very recently and thought it was, 2 days ahead or 2 days behind. This is very common.
Oh, that's
actually.
funny. You're talking about happy hour then. Gotcha. All right, Cindy, let's see what we have for you. So this is about Wagner. Okay. Perceives our relationship currently. We have the King of Pentacles reversed. Uh-oh. We have the Five of Swords reversed. We have the Four of Cups upright. So was this relationship put on pause by some chance? Is there any, separation or, something going on right now that would lead me to that conclusion? Just want to know. What do you have? Why don't you... Oh, it's the letter again. How'd that happen?
The letter shows up again,
And the house
along
shows
with
up.
the house, which has also shown up.
Okay. Well, What's the first? What's
The King of Pentacles reversed, and then the Five of Swords reversed in that order, and then the Four of Cups.
Yeah, upright.
Well, I'm wondering if there has been something that has turned adversarial in the relationship, no matter
Okay, King.
what it's based on. So, does it possible that Wagner thinks there's more adversarialness going on? I'm just wondering, or that maybe Wagner.
Yes, she says. Okay.
Or
Okay.
that maybe Wagner, also perceives that either they feel that they're out of control of certain things, managing aspects of the relationship, or maybe they think that about you.
Well, I don't know. I think that Wagner maybe has difficulties expressing how they feel. I feel that way with the King of Pentacles, that maybe they have a hard time expressing how they feel emotionally. You know, they may be more into aspects of control and wanting things done their way, perhaps. And so they're very adversarial, you know. This may have ensued into some arguments and maybe they're also feeling that right now, the way they're feeling about things is that maybe there's nothing to be gained to pursue this further. I hate to say it that way, but that's one way I want to look at this, that they may be feeling like stepping back. I will say this, though. They're not done thinking about this yet, though, because the Four of Cups is here upright. And so I really feel they're giving this some careful thought, you know. So maybe there's a little bit of a cooling off period going on here after some arguments or disagreements, you know, and they're trying to figure out what to do. I feel here that it's possible you will get some word from them one way or another that will affect how you feel about, well, you know what? This was about how they feel. So let me rethink this a little bit. I think maybe, are they waiting for something from you? Maybe, you know, to make them feel more secure or to make them feel more comfortable with giving this a second chance.
Is this about a living arrangement, and is it about somebody considering or thinking about a living arrangement? Either somebody is inviting somebody to live with them, or somebody is either maybe telling somebody maybe it would be better if we don't have that closeness. I'm wondering if it's about the decision of an invitation to do that, and that maybe based on all those other peripheral matters, there's a sense that this is not necessarily going to work out. Either of you probably want more time to think about that, or to think about what is actually being offered here. Maybe there's a reading between the lines to some degree.
I am a little worried here about where he stands because, you know, the Four of Cups indicates to me that he definitely does not, he's definitely pulled back. You know, he has definitely pulled back from pursuing this further at the moment. He is in a state of thinking about things and where he wants to go next in life, whether it's back and forth or not. But I sense here that, you know, that Five of Swords is a difficult card.
Reversed.
In how people relate to one another. So it may be just a bridge too far to hope that he may come back. You know, he may just be feeling that he needs to, you know, he needs to pull other things together in his life, or he also feels that you just didn't, you know, you just wouldn't accept him for what he was. And that's not to say that that was your fault. I have a feeling that this person does not have really great qualities about them either. They can be a little bit controlling. They can be a little bit micromanaging to a certain extent, wanting things done their way. They're very much into control. And when it's reversed, it's not the positive aspect of that. So if they feel they couldn't control you, that might be why they're leaving. And I feel here possibly you might get a message. If it's not from them, in some way that will just let you know that, maybe this is not going to be.
Yeah, I can't disagree with most of that. I think she kind of outlined it better.
Hey, Rowan, we'll add you, and I think we'll close the list after that, Violet. Guardedly, we're doing okay. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, that's right, title came in too. Yeah, we will definitely close the list after Rowan.
All right.
All right.
So
sorry I didn't have better news, Cindy. Thanks for stopping in, and
Thank
good
you.
luck with that.
okay, so Siama is next.
Yes.
Oh, did you get a cell too?
A cell's after. Oh, it's one or the other. Yeah,
A cell was earlier.
A cell's after Siama.
Okay.
I have it the way Violet
Oh,
has
I
it,
see.
so.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So let's see. All right. So do we have a question from Siama?
Oh, sorry, Violet. Well, they're repeats, but...
We don't have a question, though, do we?
Oh, we're waiting and see. Oh, you're right.
Or did we have one? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Siama, do you have a question for us?
Let's give Siama a moment. Do you have any announcements?
Okay. Well, your show was on earlier today, the Material Matters.
And what's
of course,
coming out tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Well, I don't know that I have anything for that. I don't have it. I'm
Your
sorry.
weird week.
Well, I do have it. There it is. So your
All right,
weird week.
last call for Siama. We gotta move on. Busy day.
So then Acela is next.
Acela, you are up.
And you have asked, what are Albec's brother Muhammad think about you? How does he see you? Did you see that?
No, I didn't. There
What's
it
that?
is. What are Alabek's brother and mom bet think about me? Okay.
Our first card is the Two of Swords. It's upright. Then we're followed by the Queen of Swords, but that one's reversed. And then we have the Three of Cups, which is upright. Well, I actually wonder if it's possible that maybe they mostly had no actual opinion, but maybe they're going along with the overall prevailing idea, the Queen of Swords reversed maybe, which was to decide against you. The Three of Cups upright maybe just says that they kind of feel that where Alabek is now is probably the better place for them. So I don't think that they have a real strong opinion. They may just be going along with other people in the family.
Well, I kind of like what he said there, because when I saw that Two of Swords, I thought, oh, he really doesn't have an opinion, or he hasn't thought about it enough. But I'm going to say, I'm going to say this. Now I'm a little mad. I feel here that maybe never wanted to really come out and say how they felt. However, they may think that sometimes the judgments that people were making about you were a little bit harsh. But as Mr. O said, I think they went along with the crowd, you know. They were kind of easily brought into what other people were feeling. I think they were more ambivalent than not here. Let's take a look at this. And we've got the fox.
So there was the fox and the tree.
And I don't know how to really reconcile that. I know that's why I brought him out here, because I thought maybe you would have an idea. But I feel here that maybe in time they were maybe more manipulated. I'm wondering here because the fox can sometimes be about being deceived or not being deceived, that maybe people can coerce or manipulate
Influence,
others'
right.
opinions. So I'm almost feeling like over time they were led to believe negative things about you. I don't think initially they felt good or bad about you one way or another, but over time they were led down that road.
And once again, to me, the idea of the tree sort of says that maybe they went along more with what they felt was protective of or what the family would have wanted.
Yeah, so that's kind of the way it looks with the brother.
All right.
So, okay, Sal, that's what we have for you today. And we are on Mr. M.
Mr. Maurice has asked what their finances will be like for May.
May, okay.
All right. As we're on the verge of May.
Well, I'm going to use the Goofy Cat deck. Let's see how we do with this one. Speaking of goofy cats.
Yes, one of us was going to say that. He is a goofy cat.
Hey, you're welcome, Sal.
All right.
His brother treated you well, so in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds like just a family thing. They just had each other's back for the family, which is sad.
All right.
You're welcome.
Whoa, we have the Knight of Swords here. Then we have the Six of Wands reversed. And the Empress upright. Aww.
I like that whimsical look there.
So the Knight of Swords. So let's see, this is finances for May. I almost wonder here if some... I don't know if you have anything still legal going on, Mr. M, that you're waiting for something legally to happen or a decision to be made about something. But failing that, it looks as though you're going to be making a decision or choice related to your finances. You know, maybe it's because there is going to be some little setback that might be coming your way. And I want to remind everybody, Mercury is retrograde till May 15th. So be careful of what you sign, what you do, you know, with your money or, you know, with signing papers, legal documents, because there could be some setback. There could be some setback either related to work or related to, you know, just out and out your finances. And finally, the last card is the Empress. You may just have to, you know, this may force you to think about creative solutions, you know, creative solutions to whatever comes up. So, for example, if it's an expense you weren't expecting, if some raise in pay or something does not come through, or you know, something happens where you have to pay off something quicker than you thought. You got to come up with some creative solutions here. Did you grab the Lenormand?
I did. I was waiting for sure.
Okay.
That's the Six of Swords, right?
No, it's the Six of Wands.
Is this the Knight of Wands?
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
There's swords and wands on each, you can tell.
Okay, that's what confused me.
I know.
Okay, so right, with the Six of Wands reversed, some of this seems to feel like maybe you didn't realize or you didn't find what you expected here, like it was something that just didn't pan out for you. And I wonder if it was in terms of maybe something you thought was going to happen in your finances, maybe an opportunity. So with that Lenormand, though, there was the gentleman and the stork. And I think there is some new opportunity that's possibly going to come in February. That's what the stork would seem to indicate. So I think it goes along with that. There's something here that maybe stimulates you more creatively, possibly with some financial outlay. That's not quite as clear to me, but I sort of feel it's a possibility.
Well, and thinking your way out of, whatever this is, making decisions or choices, and thinking your way out of, what might be setting you back, some new beginning, may come your way. I don't know if this is a partnership, or I don't know if this card or this Lenormand tile is reflecting that it's you. A new beginning or a fresh start, something new. Maybe it's a new idea that you come up with, that will really encourage financial growth or turn around a bad situation,
And it just seems too really like it is about the emphasis is something you come up with. No matter what kind of idea it is, maybe it's not something revolutionary, but it's how you use your personality or your own charisma to impress on that.
I see we've got two people here. Melody and Faith, I don't know. I had already closed the list, but do you think we could add a couple people?
I guess we could.
We'll add you in, but you got to come early on Sundays because we get real busy here.
We'll close the list after them then?
Yep,
Okay.
after Faith. Sorry, Violet.
Hi, Faith.
Yeah, a little bit late. We never know. It just depends how fast people come in the room. We start at 2 p.m. and we end at 4. But we go into overtime a bit. We'll try to get this done and get people read. But
Well, Melody, you will be at the end of this list. There's at least 6 or 7 people in front of you.
Yeah, Melody. We'll get you on the list. Faith is actually last.
Pay no attention to the angel in the chat room.
Angel Rivera, we're teasing you.
They think they're our better angel. We're not sure.
Angel, you should keep us on our toes. That's what I say. It's all right with me.
It is.
So, at any rate, Mr. M, so if you do have a legal matter pending, because I noticed you said I do there, but I'm not sure to what, I do feel that, there may be some setbacks. So you might have to take a creative new approach if it's based on that. To getting by until all of this is resolved, or a creative new approach to getting it resolved.
The thing for me is I almost feel like it doesn't behoove...
Uh-oh, Violet.
it doesn't behoove great money in terms of a new project.
Violet caught me.
But I think it's something you really will feel pleased about, or you feel it stimulates you creatively and otherwise. So I don't know if it's about that settlement. Maybe that's still to come.
It could very well be, but I'm sensing that it's still being held up. It's still being held up.
All right.
Good luck with that. Either that or, God, Mr. M, the only other thing I can think of is, does that night mean that it's finally moving forward, but it's not what you thought it would be, So, I don't know. It's one or the other. Good luck with that.
You're welcome. All right.
All right, Angel Rivera,
Well,
you're up.
You're a card reader, Violet. Why would you be surprised? You saw it all along.
You know us. You're not just a card reader. She knows us intuitively. All right, Angel Rivera, what'll it be? Oh, she's put it out there. The list is closed. We're softies at heart. tarot card from the rainbow.
The
Yes.
end of the rainbow.
All right.
So keep that in mind, what the retrograde.
You got those again?
I know.
That's coming up a lot too. What the heck? What the heck? I don't know how many times I pulled it. Well, look at you. King of Cups, upright. Isn't
that's
that
nice.
awesome? And you know what? I was going to look at the bottom card, and I did, so be ready for this one. The Ten of Swords reversed. Well, I'm sorry I rained on your parade there, but, you know, it is reversed.
Stab that rainbow. Oh, wait, we don't want to stab the rainbow.
Go ahead and put those out, too. I think they need to be there.
Okay, fox. And stars.
Seems as though maybe, you know, whether this is in work, and I'm getting that vibe because of the Fox card being here, or Lenormand tile being here, whether it's in work or any other aspect of your life. Thank you, Sunny, for cleaning yourself on camera.
I moved it.
I know. I saw it momentarily.
Please stop.
You can't. Let's just keep it there for a few minutes while Sunny does some cleaning. Well, at any rate,
Clean up in aisle 14. Ew.
as I talk about the King of Cups here, so the King of Cups indicates that, you know, you can kind of dial it down a little bit, you know, in the workplace in regards to, you know, I feel here that things are going to be emotionally better. You know, you can also create that environment. Perhaps there's been some contentiousness of late, you know, people either jostling with each other, some feelings being hurt, etc. You could possibly be a part of the process of, you know, mending fences here in some ways. Or you're just going to feel better about whatever this situation was. Maybe it's something that's gotten under your skin, you know, in some way, and you're going to feel better now about the way things are going. And I feel that way because of the Fox. Like I said, I do think this is work-related, and that hope and, you know, things look brighter for the future moving forward now. Now the light is finally reappearing again. The dust is settling. Everything's getting more under control.
Well, a lot of things happen that are usually wrong, but mostly due to misunderstandings or mistakes that are made when Mercury is retrograde. And you ask the question in terms of that, and I get the feeling like maybe you're going to have to sort of try to administer compassion or understanding towards somebody else's, I don't think it's yours, big mistake or big problem that maybe Mercury retrograde is causing the perception of to go badly. And so I do feel, of course, that it's work related, but maybe your being able to handle this will really put the best possible light on it. And I don't think it's going to be something that just anyone can do, although you may have to collaborate or confab with people on it because it's your workplace. It's probably going to put you in that light, though, of being the person who was able to solve the problem or arbitrate the issue or something like that.
It does look like there's some ruffled feathers, and the best way to tackle this is with understanding, you know, with you know, some empathy for the situation. I feel that maybe it's something that's getting a little bit blown out of proportion, and that once the dust settles, everything's going to look a lot brighter, you know, and you're going to feel better about things too. Yeah, it does look like there could be some, you know, communication snafus, maybe people that are disagreeing, maybe people that feel that, you know, are taking something out of context, and this could happen during the retrograde very easily. So I think it's going to all blow over, though.
All right.
So good luck with that.
Good luck, Angel.
And I think we're on Jagdeep. Yep. Hi, Jagdeep. I don't know where my phone is, but it's ringing. Oh, that's yours, son.
Both our phones are there.
Oh, maybe you're right. I thought I brought mine back, but you're probably right. I'm afraid not, Antonella. We had to close the list. We're sorry. We have too many people today still to read for, and we are going into we're going to be going into overtime soon.
It probably was you.
Is it my deck or yours?
It's finally my deck.
Okay, got it.
Who is our person? Jack D. Oh, it was about Hermione.
Yep. I'm sorry, Antonella, we cannot add you. We're just behind schedule. Sorry. Jack Deep is up.
Right.
Hermione messaged me last Friday after 8 months. Oh, is it a positive sign for me? All right.
How do you want to do that? A yes or no?
No, we should just do 3.
Okay.
Let's see what's out there. We could have, but no.
I know. Thanks for understanding, Antonella.
Oh.
Okay, the first card is the Ten of Wands, and it's reversed. Then there's the Six of Wands, which is upright. And then there's the Knight of Wands, so it's a Wands-a-Palooza. The Knight of Wands is reversed. So Wands-a-Palooza suggests that, of course, maybe there is something that is sort of friendship or growthful enterprise related here. Having said that, the Ten of Wands reversed, maybe this is a good sign. It sort of says burdens are released. Maybe if there were things that were weighing down perceptions or weighing down people who had obligations and made it harder for communication or for, being able to even, have certain kinds of relationships. Maybe it's about that. The Six of Wands suggests that somebody wants to be noticed, though. So is it maybe about that maybe they feel something has left them that maybe felt oppressive in certain ways, and so now they're looking at being noticed or being able to push themselves more into the forefront of activity? That could be also what the Six of Wands might be saying. The Knight of Wands reversed still may indicate that maybe there's a cautiousness or there's a timidness. So maybe this was reaching out, but maybe it wasn't very secure. They didn't feel incredibly positive. Maybe that's why the Ten of Wands is there, a little bit of like iffy feeling.
I wanted to get this in before you started reading, but I didn't. But I'm wondering, Jagdeep, is this a person before that you said was, I'm not sure, somebody has said that their person they were trying to correspond with was very busy with work all the time, and I'm not sure if it's you or not, but and that may be why they weren't communicating. They were so busy with work, but I'm not sure. And the reason I'm asking is because I see that a little bit here. Maybe we got the fox. I was going to try to get you those too, but
yes, I'm just such a bother.
And the snake. And so, is it a good thing? It might be. I would just, see where this leads from here. You've got the Ten of Wands reversed. I almost do feel that whatever has been maybe holding Himani up from contacting you, maybe some of that is now dissipating, whether it's work obligations, family obligations, or other things. I like what Mr. O said about somebody wanting to be noticed. Well, maybe they realized they wanted, your attention again, or to let them know maybe that they haven't forgotten about you, in all of this. But it does seem as though, they're still just not pulling it all together. Is that the Knight of Wands or is that the Knight
Swords.
of... I thought it was the Knight of Swords. So I think here there just might be a caution here for you not to just not to take things too fast. In other words, maybe you still need to see how this is going to develop. I do feel that there is something going on here that you may not, that may be kept from you. And I don't know. I don't know what the reasons are for it. It could be like not good reasons, because the snake is here. The snake often indicates deception. So are they being deceptive as to why they haven't been in touch with you? Or is there something in their life going on right now that they're being deceptive about? It could relate to work. It could relate to other, things in their life. I don't want to say that they may have somebody else they're interested in, but it's possible.
Are they just deceiving themselves, thinking that maybe they want to be more in touch with you? After all, it has been 8 months, so maybe they're just thinking about this, but they're not really sure themselves, and so they're looking to see if something does spark off, but maybe they're not really feeling it exactly themselves. They just want to be noticed.
I would just, they also don't want to let you go, apparently. So, I don't know, I just take this slowly and see where it goes from here. It's, hey, I would say after 8 months, it's a good sign you have heard. But is there a reason for that? Is there something else going on that you don't know about? For example, were they involved with somebody else and now they've broken up? Or, there's other things going on there. Or do they still have a lot of priorities they're still putting in front of you, and they're kind of not letting you in on that?
There is another way of looking at the snake and the fox for me, as maybe symbolically that maybe they haven't been totally upfront, but it doesn't mean that they're not, maybe interested in something.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think that, she might be a little bit evasive here and a little bit deceptive. So for some reason, but I would just say it's a good sign. Take it slow. Try to see where this is going to lead. And if it just seems like, communication cuts off again, you really ought to consider what to do from there. I know you love the person. Hey, everybody, that we have these love readings for really feel strongly about the person. That's why they ask. So be careful. Just be a little bit careful. I think it could be positive, but I'm not sure.
Let us know what else develops and stay in touch.
Yeah, and if you get any further signals, or you just want some more advice on this, check in with us again. Mercury is retrograde right now, and that in and of itself could play around with communications and stuff.
I mean, it could just be even the reason why they reached out, just because they were sort of indecisive here. I mean, sometimes there's a confusion aspect about that maybe they just momentarily were confused, and if they thought about more, maybe they didn't mean to reach out. I know that's not necessarily what you want to hear, but there's a lot of possibilities when Mercury goes retrograde.
The cards are leaning kind of negative, so I just don't want to get your hopes up. There's some potential here, but I feel that, that there's a lot of uncertainty. So just be wary, and take this for what it is, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't wait another 8 months, let's just say, to hear from someone again. So let's see where it leads. Good luck with that. I wish you luck with that.
And Marcia is up?
Yeah, Marcia is up.
A general for retrograde. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, well, the retrograde can only make it worse. Hang in there.
Oh, my cards. Sorry. Let's do this one.
Well, we partially broke.
Oh, you still got. I know. Well, you know what? There's only 36 tiles, so we are going to get repeats. It's not like 78 cards. And look how many repeats we get with the cards sometimes, you know? Even using different decks. All right, Marcia. Well, we
You're
got
welcome, Jagdeep.
the moon reversed. The Knight of Pentacles. Upright. And the Three of Wands reversed.
You are welcome, Jagdeep. All right. So in Lenormand, we got the lily and the stars. So that may be better than some of the cards are. I don't know. The moon sort of talks about finding out things.
The moon is really good about, you know, it's not bad. I feel here it's about finding out things you need to know. And it's almost as if, you know, you can really trust your gut on this one. I think during the retrograde, sometimes it's hard to do that. You know, it's hard to get to the heart of things, to the bottom of things. Things are unclear. But I think with the moon here, you can trust what you're hearing about something. And if it is work related, it may have to do with money and long-term growth there or potential. I'm not sure that, you know, I like that Three of Wands reversed. It could mean that you may have to shift some gears or make some changes or adjustments based on the fluidity of the money you're making. I don't know if that makes sense, you know. I mean, I assume, you know, sometimes business is up, business is down. You know, there may be some fluctuations here that you're going to have to deal with. And so you may have to re-strategize some plans that you have. But all in all, I think that the retrograde is not going to do too much bad stuff to you. You know, you got the star there, that things, you seem to be able to remain optimistic and looking forward to, you know, future growth. So I don't see a lot of bad here.
You know, the only thing that might be talking about influenced by the retrograde is that Three of Wands reversed.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if maybe there was any indication that an opportunity could happen for you either at work or related somehow, and maybe it's just being delayed for some reason. And that could go along with the Knight of Pentacles too, like just saying, don't give up on it totally, just sort of hang in there and move with it. You know, it may just be the kind of thing that they don't have room or time to make this change. If it's something like that, you know, they have to make an accommodation for you, or if it's something that changes. If it's your own plan, likewise, maybe if there was some situation of your own that you were trying to plan and maybe you see a delay there, maybe that's what you're finding out, is that something you're wanting to do or thinking you're due, even just plan for a trip or a vacation, there's a delay of some sort. But ultimately,
I was just going to say that. Thank you, though. Because that three, I thought after the fact, too, if you're planning on traveling, you know, that could be the one hang up with Mercury retrograde, too. That Three of Wands indicates that maybe there could be delays to your plans, or some things have to be modified. It could be because of money or costs of the trip.
I still feel this is likely to happen and be okay for you, though, Marcia, because not only does the Knight of Pentacles say just hang in there and go with it, but the Lily, too, is talking about give it time to grow, give it time to breathe. It just may be the kind of thing that just needs more time to some degree, because it really looks like it's good. It's something that has something that really feels, you know, like it's a good thing for you. Either it's a outright success or it's just something you really wanted to happen.
Yeah, I think you'll get by, but there is some little concerns with money and long-term planning here. So,
Yeah.
Nova Scotia in September.
Well, you got
Well,
plenty of time
that's
to plan for
after
it.
the retrograde, so
There might even
hopefully
be one
by
before then.
I would be careful of putting any kind of travel and plans in place during the retrograde. Maybe in other words, making reservations, etc., because that might give you some problems.
Well, before September, there's likely to be at least one more retrograde too.
Possibly.
Yeah, because they occur 3 times a year.
So
Best not to plan things like that where you sign during the
that's what
retrograde.
we see for you. I see that some of it made some sense for you, so good luck with that.
Good luck.
It shouldn't be really earth-shaking stuff, but be mindful of something that could deplete income or where you have to make some adjustments. I don't know if hours change or, maybe tips aren't coming in, whatever the case may be. So,
All right.
good luck with that. And Karishma's up, I believe. Yep. All right. Awesome.
So it's my deck.
Oh, will you reply positively on it? Do you want to try a yes/no on that one? And if it's unclear, we may have to throw some
Okay.
cards.
I'm going to use the Tarot of the Animal Lords for that.
Let's see what we get on that. So we're going to ask if he will reply positively
Thank you, Marcia.
on your text.
Like knowing the feedback. That's great.
All right. Okay, Marcia.
And hope your trip works out in the fall.
Absolutely.
All right, Karishma.
I was just mixing them up here,
I see.
trying. Oh, thank you, Marcia.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. That's an ace.
Well, you're staring at it like you don't know.
Well, it is in Italian.
Ah.
Two
That's
aces.
an ace.
Yes.
So what's the middle card?
The middle card is Temperance,
Reversed?
reversed.
Okay.
The Tower. The Letter.
Temperance reversed. Well, I think it's leaning towards yes, that this will be well received, but I mean, there might be something about your letter that maybe is shaking them up a little bit. I don't know what it is exactly, but maybe I don't know. What do you think about Temperance reversed here?
Well, in the context of the question, there may still be some things that they're sorting out. At the very least, it could just be saying that maybe... Did they say they received a text or they sent one?
They sent a text.
So it may be saying that maybe there was something that was a little bit unsettling about it, but they mostly... Maybe they just weren't prepared to receive it, so they had maybe a different expectation, like they didn't expect to hear from you.
That could be. It just could be something like that. I don't think this is something major either. I really think it's likely it was well received, but could it be that they're trying to weigh some things right now in their lives, I almost feel like here, again, this letter... Wow, this is a tough one for me. You've got the letter in the tower, and I'm trying to figure out if it means that basically you kind of broken through to them in a way. I wonder if maybe you have broken through to them by sending this letter, and that is why it's going to be well received. It may have shattered some of their I don't know, their feelings of control.
Well, I'm either wondering if maybe they were thinking they should be moving on, or that maybe they were thinking that they weren't feeling something from you in a way.
Right, maybe they were feeling like they didn't really, that they were, going to be alone, remain
So I
alone.
believe this has sort of changed the picture a little bit for them, but they still may be trying to sort it out, which is kind of what I said before. It may take a while for what these things are saying to happen, where they communicate with you more about that, because maybe they just have a lot more to think about now.
I feel like, I'm remaining optimistic about this. So it's leaning towards yes. It's not a definite yes, but I'm optimistic about this. I feel like that, maybe this will break down some barriers. Sometimes the tower, when you think of a tower, you think about, turrets, you think about how enclosed it is and protected, but this letter might have broke through that, and so maybe this has given them something to really think about now and how they're going to respond. So keep hope alive on this one. I think there's potential here. And so you'll have to keep us posted on this. I want to know how this turns out for you, Charisma.
I think it's more likely if there's some outside distraction, Charisma, for this person, that it might be career or work related. And it is maybe also possible, too, that sometimes it's easy for them to feel that that's where they should put their energy because they didn't understand any other feedback about your relationship or your feelings.
So he's been less communicative for a while. Let's see if he responds to this. My one worry, too, about the letter and the tower is that maybe it's the other way. I'm not going to rule that out because it could indicate that this letter has hit a brick wall, So I wonder here, but I almost see with temperance reversed here that something has broken through. So some complacency, some stability. So I almost think that they are going to respond to it.
We'd like to know if that happens.
I'd like to know if that happens. Yeah, so keep us posted. And maybe we can explore this next time if they haven't from them.
So the job might be one of those factors that he uses that to kind of keep us a little bit of a shield for himself.
Yeah. So maybe you're the one I was thinking of who had somebody with a job that's in the way a lot. So that could be, yeah.
Okay, so we have a question for Faith when their turn comes up later. And now we're looking for title. Tidal Wave.
Title is up.
Yeah, and I don't remember if Tidal Wave left us their question already. I don't think they did.
Hey, Title, you are up. That's right, I see it. Sonny, are you playing with my pen?
What was quick?
Well, was it? I didn't think we were going
Compared
that
to
quick, but
normal?
actually, you're right. We're on the last 5 people on the list, including Violet, so we're doing pretty good.
Thank you, Charisma. I really appreciate hearing that. I hope things work out, and I hope that resonated and gives you some ideas that are positive and something to think about.
All right.
So as some of you know, the Sun moved into Taurus last week. And of course, we did publish our monthly modality message. It's a good way to find out how your modality energies will work for you during the month ahead. So check that out. It's any time at all on our YouTube channel.
All right, Title. I know you got a question for us somewhere there. My deck or yours?
There it is.
All right. Social life develop.
I hear you on that.
All right, title. Let's see what's going on with the social life.
Is that your deck?
I thought I pulled the Lenormand, or did I not?
Right, you did.
Okay, then. So,
Okay.
your deck. Hi. So was my... Thank you. Your
I
deck.
thought I did the animal lords.
Oh, you did!
Dingbat.
You get him back. I got it.
Dingbat.
I dislike when he's right.
I
When
like.
he's really right and not just always being right. You know. You know, Scorpios.
Okay, my little dingbat.
Fixed signs.
Okay, my little dingbat. You're so cute, you little dingbat.
I have some pet names for you, but they may not be
Arsehole.
sayable on the air.
Stand by for bickering.
All right.
Do we have that still? I don't even know.
Well, well, well. Okay, title, let's see how the social life is developing. Hey, we got the Fool upright. Got the Two of Pentacles upright. And we have Death reversed. Boy, talk about push-pull again, right? Look at that. Look at that. What do you got?
The clover and the bear.
You know, it's always so much fun reading during Mercury retrograde, isn't it? These cards get really wonky. So,
How will your social life develop?
go ahead. Yes, correct.
Yes. Well, I'm wondering if, you're going to hit a stall at some point. Maybe it's just dependent on who these people are in your social life. I mostly see some really cool things here. I mean, I think this is saying, sort of something happens that just gives you a total walk without care into something new and unexpected, and maybe it has some emphasis of being busy. So maybe it's a community group, maybe it's a situation that does things, maybe it's, rage against the machine, protest against, bad government aspects. I mean, maybe, I don't know, you probably not a government protester. I don't think there's much
What are
value
you
in
talking
protesting.
about?
I just, well, that could be a social life,
It
joining,
could be.
a social cause,
I feel here that there's a part of you that, is telling you you need to try something new. You need to take a risk. You need to, do something a little bit, take a leap of faith, as far as it goes. And yet with the Death card, there's this part of you that doesn't want to. You don't want to shake things up too much. You're looking for balance and harmony in your relationships and not risk taking. So there's this real back and forth going on right now, and I kind of feel like there's some part of
Come
you
here, stay
that
away.
wants to begin something new, but yet you're kind of stuck. Maybe it's just that you're kind of stuck right now because you've got a lot of things on your plate that you're trying to accomplish. I feel here that, you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to stand strong and maybe take that risk. Take that chance. Seeing the clover here and the Fool, it almost kind of indicates to me that you would be lucky if you would just break free from this, this stuff that is, how do I want to say this? From the stagnation or from just keeping business as usual, maintaining balance, to shake things up a little bit, take a risk, and trust that you'll become stronger for it.
It is kind of costly to have a fun social life. It is, eating out at nice places. Who wants to just go and meet somebody at McDonald's? I mean, But I think, too, that this is saying, you'll have to see how a balance can emerge between trying to find a sense of adventure, but also a sense of of restriction too that you feel. So those are forces within yourself. The idea you want adventure, and I'm probably not telling you nothing you don't know already. The idea that sometimes you have to be cautious just because of what's going on in your life. But I do feel that as you find a way to feel stronger about choices or stronger about achieving the balance, maybe you'll find lucky ways to do more. Just find luck. Maybe it's finding more random neighbors or alliances with people who will say, well, I can do that for you, but just do this favor for me, something like that. Take my dog for a walk. Whatever it is, I don't know.
I think that it's really almost true that the clover might be saying, you'll know when the time is right to take this risk. I feel as though maybe right now you realize you're struggling with feeling like you need to do something different in your social life. But, you're trying to maintain balance and stability right now, and taking a risk seems risky. But, so trust yourself to know when the timing is right. I do think taking a risk and finally deciding, yeah, I'm going to throw a little caution to the wind here and assume the universe has got my back and do it. And you won't be wrong, you won't be wrong. So I don't know if that helped. That's what we've got for you. It's really kind of an interesting arrangement of cards here, I'd say. And we're going to move on to, I believe it is Rowan. Hi, Rowan. General reading.
All right. Thanks, Tidal Wave. Good luck.
Good luck with that.
General reading. Let's see. I think I'll do the Karma Music Tarot.
Okay. Sonny, you're probably shedding hair, which is making
We
my
sure hope
eyes
so.
burn.
Sure hope so, Tidal Wave. Ah! I just had a wardrobe malfunction.
Are you dropping out? Well, it's your cards.
Are you being persnickety?
As long as they're not my cards, you
Then
can
shut your
destroy
mouth.
them at your leisure.
Then be quiet. Be quiet. Who asked you? Stay in your own lane.
Well, you're the one who said
Where's
a
the bickering
wardrobe malfunction.
What did that have to do with you?
Oh my goodness.
Did I say it was your wardrobe? I'm asking a question.
I'm not answering.
Later.
Ha!
Ha, indeed.
What do you want? What do you want?
I'm sorry about that, Violet.
Kara's got the bickerings going.
Okay,
What you got?
Ace of Cups. Nice. Five of Coins. Not quite
so
as nice.
Well,
Knight of Coins. Okay.
well, let's throw this out there.
The mice. The mice and the moon. Ooh.
Well, Rowan. So I don't know. This is such a mixed bag. We've got 2 coin cards here, which basically could be money and finances. But yet, we also, well, we have the moon card, and then we have the Ace of Cups. I'm keeping the mice out. We know the mice are not a very happy card. But is this related to love or is this related to money, Mr. O? Because really, I could go either way.
Well, I'm wondering if something new that begins, it does seem like it feels good. It feels like you like doing it. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a situation. But somehow you still don't feel quite connected to that. The Knight of Coins maybe says, and the Five of Coins says, you still feel like you're a little bit on the outside of it. you don't feel like you were drawn into it, like maybe somebody invited you into something, but you just don't feel like you're totally there. You're not comfortable for some reason. You don't feel like you're part of this community or the situation. If it's a relationship, then maybe the relationship doesn't feel sincere for some reason, or if it feels like it's having trouble moving to another stage, it's kind of stuck in a way. And did you want to jump in yet? No. And with the moon and the mice, well, then this could be saying that there's going to be some cycles of time really before you get through what may seem to be things irritating your involvement here, that maybe you do feel like you want to be more involved in this situation, this beginning, this group thing, this relationship, but there are things that irritate you about it.
Well, there's just a few different scenarios I'm seeing here when, I feel like there could be the start of something, or you feel that something might, be starting that could bring you much happiness, much joy, whether it's related to work or finances, or whether it's relating to a relationship. It's something that's going to take some time to grow and develop. And during that time, it may have some issues where you might feel that you're either, like Mr. O said, you feel left out of things, or you feel like you're not getting the attention you deserve, or if it's money related, you're not generating the income you thought you would. Something is wrong. And when I look at the moon and the mice, it indicates to me that, there's some trouble here with a successful outcome. The moon can be about success. The moon can also, in this deck, be about love or money, or career, which again is why I'm hedging what this is relating to, because it's either or. Now I want to throw another wrench into things, because hopefully you're not going to go through any kind of little sick spell, because the Five of Coins sometimes can indicate that you become a little bit ill, and, you might be looking for some help or support from others, or maybe it's a time where you need to give yourself a little loving care, which is why the Ace of Cups is here. And also, I can't rule out the mice here. The mice could also be about, a slight sick spell. That's what they mean sometimes. They're about trouble or illness. So to me, if it is about that, it would indicate that you will overcome it. You will be successful in overcoming, the troubles with health. So
some of these things are not necessarily connected, but for what it's worth, it looks like there's a new beginning. There's a sense of maybe not feeling totally able to get with the picture. There's things
connected with it.
Yeah, connected with it. There's things that maybe are irritating you, making you feel that your chance of being successful in these things or other things is limited.
It could involve money, career, or a slow burn romance, because that Knight of Coins, he doesn't work fast.
Yep.
And so, or your health. It's a general reading, so I want you to consider all those possibilities here, because really, I can see them all in these cards, so I can't pick and choose, but I do feel like he said, generally, something new is coming that has the potential to bring some happiness or some love into your life, self-love even if you need to take care of yourself. Sorry. I feel like a lot of these readings today are very Mercury retrograde.
Yeah, too many opposing forces.
Holy moly. I think I'm going to have to smudge my cards next time.
Rattle the nerves.
Before
smudge
I use
the cards.
them.
There
Get
you go.
that Mercury out of them.
That's good advice. Love and light to you.
Well, Melody, let's see if we can get a little bit more specific with you. You are up, I believe. Hey, 419. That's actually my birthday number. That's the second time I've seen it recently. Don't tell me I should play it, because I didn't. Oh. What's
Okay.
Yanni's current energy towards me? Okay. Yes.
I also do readings on Fridays for the emotional exchanges, kind of telling you what emotional energies or feelings are coming towards you, why they may be important, and where they will ultimately lead to. And then I top it off with an affirmation to help you in your relationship situations. And that's for the elemental signs of the zodiac, Fridays at 7 a.m. It's good for a week. You know, we have to close the list. Sorry, Mary.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mary the Aries. Can't do any
We're
more
actually
readings.
a bit into our overtime, too, so we have a couple more readings to finish up.
Page of Pentacles. Upright.
Page of Pentacles upright.
Ooh. The Ace of Cups upright.
Ace of Cups upright.
Jeez. The Ten of Pentacles upright. Well, I hope, let's see, you're wondering what energy for you. I don't know where your relationship stands right now, but gee, this looks awfully positive to me. So if things haven't been going well, I have to ask why. What do you have? Let's see. Can we see? Oh.
Well, so we got the coffin and the dog. And of course, that could be saying, till death do you part. The loyalty thing.
No.
No. Okay, not that.
All right. So let's go back to what we see here first. The Page of Pentacles upright. I feel here that, there's a feeling from Yanni's that the energy that they're sending is one of possibly a good beginning, that they feel that this is potentially something very positive happening in their life.
They have a mystical, maybe symbolic, idealistic look at love or at life in general. So I think it's a good card. They maybe tend to be very open-minded and very curious.
They're really looking at some relationship where they can find some stability and grounding and maybe some support for, their goals and endeavors. The Ace of Cups is next, right?
Right.
Holy moly.
And that's almost always about the beginning of something that is really uplifting to your heart, whether it's a relationship or whether it's a situation. It could be starting a project or making a move or taking a trip, things that have beginnings. It could be a birth you're expecting with love and joy.
Okay. Well, I feel they have fond feelings for you with the Ace of Cups. Maybe you brought a lot of happiness into their lives at some point, or they got a lot of joy out of this relationship. Maybe this explains a lot here. The Ten of Pentacles upright almost indicates, okay, you haven't spoken to them in 3 years. Have you known them for a long time? Like, is there some kind of family connection, or maybe that you grew up together or something like that? Because I almost feel like there's something family oriented
Despite
here.
a relationship of the past, it could be that right now they do feel your family in a way that you sort of still have that connection to them. Maybe family isn't the exact word they would use, but there's just a strong bond of some sort that still may exist there. And I sort of see that evident in the other cards, that even if there's no relationship beginning, that when they think of you, they think of maybe your times, together. They think of what that happiness was or what that love was.
It's really odd to get such a nice group of cards here. That's what I'm saying about this Mercury retrograde. And then I see the Lenormand, and we have the dog and the coffin. So it's almost as if I have to ask, did they cut this off? Did they stop communicating? Because I almost feel like here that they feel they've broken a trust or they've broken a friendship here. And maybe they realize now that, maybe there are some regrets because everything else looks so positive here. That's what I can't get out of this. It's so unusual.
Is it possible that something between you that wasn't either of you, but maybe connected to you, did end, and that maybe your friendship kind of was
Well-
part of your bonding process there, that there was something that connected you that was of a passing or related?
Or was there some interference from a third party, that caused this to fall apart? That's the only other thing I can
Yeah.
think of here because everything else looked so positive.
A rival.
They had good feelings. So why didn't this go anywhere? Because really, if I had gotten these cards alone and you didn't tell me that you weren't communicating, I would think that this is a relationship that's leading towards a marriage or a partnership or something long term. But maybe the possibility exists that whatever ended this, caused them to go into a different direction. Maybe they are in a committed relationship now.
I think they're always going to feel like the relationship was good and was real, but that it is maybe ultimately over in some respect.
Wow, is this starting to make a little sense now, a little bit here? So maybe that's, the energy that they're sending here. Did they want this commitment? Did they want this yet? They did not. So maybe they still had a lot of love for you and caring for you and thought this was getting off the ground and was grounding and stable, but they weren't ready for it to end. It's possible now that they do feel a little betrayed by this, which is why I have the dog in the coffin here. It's possible now that they feel betrayed. And I mean, it's not fair, in a way. You made a choice that was right for you because you were looking for a commitment that they weren't ready to make. There's no betrayal there. There's just a lack of, people's needs meeting and connecting. And so, but maybe that's how it left them feeling.
So you say they did get engaged, but you didn't indicate if it actually happened? If they did get married?
Oh, it's possible it did. I'm not sure here. Wow.
So it looks like maybe there's, like I said, there's still a sense that they think of you. Maybe they're not totally unhappy, but maybe they're not totally happy. And I guess they do sort of feel, the idea that, you were a friend, but you ended it.
Well, and it's possible too that they may feel betrayed, but also maybe they feel they betrayed you, because they didn't,
Pursue.
honor your wishes too, is possible. So it's mixed bag here, but I feel like overall, about, what you had together, they felt pretty good about that,
All right.
That's the best I can tell you today. Good luck with that.
And I believe we're on,
Faith.
you're welcome, Melody.
Hey, Faith.
Hi, Faith.
Thanks for waiting. You are up.
And I know you left a question, but you had to leave.
Oh, Faith had to leave. That's
Right. So let's
Okay.
see if I can find that.
I think.
We're just going crazy in the chat. There it is. Okay. It was about your troubles with your husband and that you felt he doesn't love you anymore. Why did they install a tracking device in your car and hidden spy devices in our house while you were at work? What does Spirit want you to know? So that's the Tarot of the Secrets for sure.
I probably missed a bit of that.
It's way up a little bit.
Okay, I'll
You'll have
find
to
it.
keep going. It's
I'll find it. I'll find it.
after.
I'm doing the Lenormand this time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There it is.
Got it.
All right. So I'm using the Secrets Tarot. Why did your husband do these things?
Wow, that's pretty creepy stuff. It's a little bit controlling, I would say, especially if they're not showing the love anymore. Jeez. All right, let's see. I don't want to judge, but wow. Let's see what we can do for Faith here.
Okay, the first card is the reversed Eight of Cups. This is followed by the reversed Eight of Swords. And then it is followed in turn by the Hermit. So right off the top of me, I think that they wanted out of the relationship. They wanted to be alone or not in the relationship. That's the Hermit card. The Eight of Swords is about releasing themselves. Sometimes it's a perception, but in this case it's literal, I think. And you have another eight, the Eight of Cups. And eights generally are about movements of different sorts. But the Eight of Cups reversed maybe is indicating a blockage that although they may have wanted to get away from you, they still wanted to have something that kept them connected. I think this is about the spy devices that they sort of just wanted to sort of remain somehow in the situation. The Hermit adds the air of secretiveness in a sense. What do you got?
I'm getting a totally different feel from you a little bit here,
Okay.
but let's do this.
The Stork. Totally different, eh? Lily.
Well, a little bit, because you asked specifically about why, if they don't love you, would they be doing what they're doing? Well, I hate to tell you, sometimes in relationships that are, even if they're falling apart, some people like to maintain that control. I almost feel like they're trying to isolate you in some way. They're trying to keep control on you and what you're doing and where you're going in the hopes of isolating you from others. Maybe you'll be afraid to go visit relatives. Maybe you'll be afraid to go out and try to find somebody else if you were doing that. For example, maybe they want to make sure that they have control over your movements. And right here, with this Eight of Cups reversed, they want to keep you where you are. They don't want you to move on, which is this Eight of Swords here. It's almost as if they fear you becoming independent. Okay? Which, of course, if you're not feeling love in a relationship, I understand sometimes culturally and otherwise there's reasons some people have to stay or feel they have to stay in a relationship, but I sense here growth for you in particular. If you are able to just break free from this, you need to find a way to break free from this. And I feel here that maybe that's it. Some people sometimes, even if they don't love you, they don't want to lose you. So I worry about the situation a little bit. I think seriously, because we are not counselors, that maybe this relationship should be headed to some counseling. Especially if it's gotten to the extent where somebody is tracking, you.
I could now see what Banshee's saying, and I feel that probably is more likely what's going on here. It still could be that they want their own sense of being in charge of themselves, which could be the Hermit. But it's more important maybe that they're isolating you. But the other part of it is that if they feel that maybe you are moving away from the relationship, they're probably thinking they can force you back into it or keep you in it. And that's just a matter of really working on evolving you into that position, and that it would be a new opportunity for them to sort of create your involvement with them again. But of course, I don't know that means it will work out the way they want it to.
Well, handle things delicately, carefully. If they're not into counseling, perhaps you need to do this, yourself. You need to talk to counselors, advisors, as to what is going on here. So That's what I would strongly recommend to you. Because, yeah, I think in a sense they're trying to control your movements and you're not comfortable. If you feel something's really wrong, seek advice advisors from outside sources that you can trust. That's the best I can tell you
Okay.
right now. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
We're on Violet.
Yes, we are.
We're on you, Violet Lotus, at long last. How's your headache? I hope it's better.
Maybe eating helped you.
Oh, Uncle Al. The Hour of Power. Okay. Well, is this your deck or mine?
It's yours.
Oh. Well, I'm going to go back to the owls for that. Let's see.
Ooh, excuse me.
Okay, so what does he want you to know about the Hour of Power? Why is it important and where is it leading? Let's do it that way. See what we get. Oops. All right. Oops. All right.
Pardon me.
Well, it's the King of Cups reversed. Death reversed. Got two kings here. What's up with that? King of Pentacles upright.
Clouds. Damn mice.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say. The King of Cups reversed indicates that Uncle Al maybe is not too happy about this. Is he feeling that something is not? I know, this is so strange. Hi, Sharon. Fortunately, we cannot read for you. We apologize.
Hi, also, one Jakira.
Jakira.
You came in right at the end. Both of you guys were actually at our last reading and we're closing after this.
We're
Sorry.
way into overtime, so you'll have to come another day. We apologize.
We will be back on Thursday from 7 to 9. We were only here to 4 today, but we're in overtime. Generally speaking, it's better if you come earlier if you can.
So, the King of Cups reverse Violet just indicates an unhappiness here, a dis-ease with this. They're just wondering maybe, I don't know why, wondering why this is important to you. Death reversed indicates that maybe, so why is this important? Because maybe they don't want you to get hung up on it too much, that it might stop you from, or it might restrict your growth in some way. I don't know why.
I sort of feel like maybe they think it could be an obstacle or just a diversion, that if you think too much about things like that, for some reason they think you're not really out there doing something else that they may want, and that may be more the management stuff, just really honing skills and working on your business aspects.
Yeah, and where things
Wondering.
and where things are leading, or what does this mean for the future? I think this what maybe Uncle Al is just trying to say is, you control your destiny always. You are in control. You don't need. I don't know. It's almost as if maybe there's some problems or confusion that could come from this. Why? I don't know. Maybe I'll have to talk and DM with you
Well,
about this reading. This is
You
kind of a
know,
weird
the Queen
reading.
of Cups is an overly sensitive.
Oh, is that the Queen or the King?
I'm sorry. I was looking at the King.
Yeah, they're both kings.
Okay, they're both kings. So King of Cups, maybe there still is that idea that maybe they're emotionally not exactly the same as they are upright. So I'm not saying that this means that Uncle Alan thinks you're unstable or something like that, but maybe there's a feeling here that these things are more stimulating or overstimulating to you for some reason, that this extra time spent there just sort of opens you up to more stimulation. I know it sounds goofy, right? It seems odd as you put it.
I don't know. They feel there's trouble and confusion afoot. When I see the mice and the dark clouds facing each other, either that
I
or...
know. What would be wrong with it?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
It's
Uncle
so
Alan is
strange.
just pulling all our legs.
It's very, very strange. The only other thing I can think of that Uncle Alan might be saying here is that there are trade-offs, because you have the King of Cups reversed and you have the King of Pentacles upright. So it's almost as if there's a trade-off. It might be better for you on a physical, believe it or not, maybe a more physical or energetic level, and on an emotional level, it may not be. I wonder if that's what it is, It looks like, if I had to go beyond the bounds of the way we were reading the cards in those positions, that's what I would say here.
Well, there is also binary quality expressed in the idea of the clouds, light and dark, too, so...
Well, right, there
It's
is
a
that quality. But
binary-ish.
with the dark side facing the mice is indicating here too that maybe the hour of power could cause, may not be fixing things the way you think they might. Maybe that's it too, is maybe
sorry.
Uncle Al is just trying to say you could do this, but there are trade-offs here. And, it's not maybe giving you all the benefit you think it might be. That's the best way I can see this. It is kind of odd. So it's something like you do every morning and night to balance yourself. Well, I can't, and it's really funny because like I said here, emotionally and physically, I'm seeing polar opposites here. And what's in the middle, right, Mr. O? Is that death in the middle? Yeah, so it's almost like there's this, it's kind of stuck. There's two extremes going on here. It might help on one hand, and it might not help on the other hand.
Maybe
He's saying this is too much of a crutch for you, and not to put so much stock into it.
Well, it could be that. I was just going to say it in a different way, which would be that it doesn't have to be, a constant daily, like maybe if it's just a few times a week. It's good. As long as maybe you do the correlating one, like you do the one in the morning, you do the one at night. But you do that 3 or 4 times a week instead of every day.
And if this does help you out in your day, make sure, that there's a lot of clarity in what you are doing here. With these clouds, the dark clouds and the mice, it might indicate that maybe, in your practice, there's something that needs to be addressed so that you aren't getting mixed signals or mixed results. Maybe that's the message here too. Just trying to grok these cards because, man, the cards have not been making it easy today for us. Not that they should. But usually I get a lot clearer signal.
Well, a lot of times your questions are the most tricky for us in a way.
I don't think so.
Sometimes.
I'm not so sure it's that, but I will
They're
say this.
interesting.
I will say this, that I feel that there are two things going on here. So it may help in one area, it may not be helping in the other, and maybe a little bit more work needs to be done to break that kind of stalemate there. So.
Son, man.
Interesting.
Wave goodbye at the
Well,
camera.
I swear, maybe we should just go on hiatus during Mercury retrogrades.
And we'll see you in 3 to 5 weeks or whatever that is.
But, because sometimes the cards just have a weird mind of their own. that I can't totally figure out. But all right, everybody. Hi, SP. You are way late, but good to see you.
Good to see you.
We're just about to end the show.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
we're into overtime. So sorry we can't read for you today.
Have a great night, though, everybody.
Hey everybody, we had a great time anyway trying to sort through these crazy cards, and we hope that we gave you all some messages you could ponder and make sense of in your own way. Really truly, whatever we tell you, it's up to you to find the meaning, the hidden meaning, and what they may be trying to address in your life. And we wish you success always, and we hope to see you again soon, especially those we couldn't read for today. So take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see what Mercury retrograde brings for us when we see you again on Thursday evening. Okay. Bye-bye for now.